On this episode, we talk about what you're doing wrong in content marketing, Kevin Costner, and creating a storyline for your content. Hey everybody, Chris Coverness here. My friends call me Kubby, and this is The Kubby Show, where I dive into topics on marketing, business, and social media to give you the tools, the tips, and the tactics you need to grow your business and grow it fast. This week, we're talking about content marketing, and there's a few things that I see out there in content marketing that a lot of people and a lot of businesses are doing wrong. So I wanted to dive into those things today to help you to get more out of your content marketing. The first thing that we have to talk about when we talk about content marketing is good content. No, fuck that shit, great content. Today, it's really hard to break through the noise. There's a lot on there. There's a lot of, stuff that's bad, that's not, that's really not adding any value, that's just creating noise. And you have to break through this. And it's incredibly hard. But in order to do it, I have some tips for you, okay? You ready? So the number one thing that I do when I try to create great content is look at what everybody else is doing. It's very simple. You do a Google search, you use BuzzSumo, you find content that actually is getting traction and is okay, and then one-up it. Okay, that's a pretty simple strategy, just taking a look at what everybody else is doing and then trying to do it better. Now this can include, just making it more beefy. The content that's out there already is maybe a little light in some areas, so beefing it up, that'll work really well. Or taking a completely different stand on it, so being controversial. Things that are controversial tend to do better in news, in media, in everything. So try to take another slant on it in order to gain traction for your content. The number two thing that I see everybody doing wrong is they think they're Kevin Costner. Okay, what the hell does that mean? Well, we're sitting in a field here today because a lot of people publish and pray. They publish their content and they think that because they published it, that it's going to magically get traction, that it's magically going to be seen, that they're going to get hundreds of thousands of views on this content. It's just not true. That is a field of dreams, my friend.
If you build it, he will come.
If you build it, they will not come. You need to create that. You need to go out, get your content out there, distribute it. Content is a product. A product needs distribution. It needs channels to do that. So you got to get it out on social. You got to get it out on other people's social. You got to contact news outlets. You got to get it on blogs. You got to get it into communities. You have to seed that content as much as possible. Okay, you are just sitting around. If you're just sitting around waiting for Shoeless Joe to come, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're going to end up with a barren field like this one here. The number three thing that I see a lot of people doing wrong in their content marketing is they're not producing stuff in a storyline. Meaning, what is the next piece of content that follows this one? I mean, a lot of people sort of run their campaigns like it's a big curve up and then down, nothing, 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 curve up, down, nothing, nothing, nothing. How do you springboard onto other pieces of content so that your content line goes like this, not in waves like this? So for example, if you're building a video, you want to reference other pieces of content. For example, Sammy put in my supercharge your content marketing blog post somewhere here. This is a prime example of pushing other pieces of content. It's become part of the story now. Okay, so this actually adds to extra views and extra interaction on that other content. So you really need to think about, what is my content, what is the next step in the content, and how do I keep people engaged and interact with what I'm doing. If it's just sort of willy-nilly and you're not thinking about it in terms of, okay, publishing and producing stuff that can reference other pieces of material, then you're not getting enough out of your content marketing. So those are my 3 tips. 1, great content, great content, and that's hard to do, but you can. Number 2, don't pray and publish, okay? You need to distribute, you need to get it out there in as many places as possible. You need to drive that engagement. It ain't gonna happen on itself. And number 3, you need to reference other pieces of content. You need to build a story. You need to create an arc of content, not so many waves, okay? So I hope those tips helped you. I hope you can get more out of your content marketing this year. And just, you know, please, if you like this, if it adds value to you, please like and share this with your friends and your coworkers, and please subscribe to my channel. I need you to subscribe so that we can give you an update on when we do these videos, because it's a bit sporadic. We send them out on Tuesdays, on Mondays, on Wednesdays. So if you want to be in the know and you want to get this stuff, then please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Adios, amigos.